Ag Matters is underwritten by Ag West Farm Credit. Ag West Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. From small family businesses to large operations, Ag West brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future.
This episode of Ag Matters was recorded prior to the Alaska Farm and Garden Show earlier this year. Thank you for listening.
Welcome to Ag Matters, covering positive agriculture stories from across Alaska on Big Cabbage Radio.
Hello, everybody. You're listening to Ag Matters. I'm your host, Ken Hoffman. I'm a farmer out here in Palmer. My business's name is Matsu Microgreens. We grow gourmet vegetables year-round, and I'm also the executive director of the Alaska Farm Bureau. And Farm Bureau is basically a network of farmers. We all get together and we do awesome stuff. So if you're a farmer out there, you should join. If you depend on a farmer, you should also join as an associate member. So if you're depending on a farmer, that means you're eating. So folks that eat should join as well. That'd be great. All right, so we've got special guests in here today. We've got Terry and Christi, sorry about that. And they're here in the studio. I'm not just talking into the Ethernet. So thanks, guys, for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
All right, well, so we'll start off really basic. Why are you guys here in Alaska?
Well, my family owns a group of companies in Canada that produce feed. And Todd, who owns Alaska Farm Supply, with Nick in Palmer, Wasilla, we're looking for a supplier. And so we're very pleased to be supplying them with feed products. And so we believe in agriculture. We want agriculture to thrive wherever we do business. And so we're here to support Todd at Alaska Farm Supply, help their customers provide information, and promote agriculture in Alaska.
Awesome. So I know that there's like this show here happening in Palmer called the Farm and Garden Show. Is that what you guys are here for too?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so you guys supply feed products to Todd at Alaska Farm Supply. What sort of feed products? What's your guys' agricultural background?
So for myself, I work for a hay export company in Washington. So Terry does. We have two separate
businesses. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. So we're also here to go to the Farm and Garden Show, and we're excited to be here. This is my first time up here, seeing everything.
Okay.
And learning about the industry and the agriculture part of Alaska is really exciting.
All right. Well, tell me about your farm or your business.
Yeah, so our business has been around since 1934, and we're located right in the middle of Washington State, and it's the prime area for growing timothy and alfalfa, and we ship hay all over the world to Japan, China, Korea, Middle East, Taiwan.
What's the name of the business?
Ward Rugh.
Ward Rugh. Okay.
Yeah. And we started exporting like in the late 70s, early 80s, and our main market is the Japan racehorse industry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, so we're known to ship the highest quality timothy.
Okay. Do you guys also grow the hay, or are you guys more of a distributor?
We're more of a distributor. We work with farmers that we've been working with for decades, and so we have a really good long, loyal, trustworthy base with them.
Cool.
So,
how many farmers do you guys work with in a given year?
Farmers we work with, I mean, it could be, hundreds, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, there's quite a large base of farmers around there.
So to give folks kind of an idea of how much hay you guys are distributing, do you have like pallets, pounds, bales? What's the number?
So for export, all of our hay goes into 40-foot containers on the big container ships that ship overseas. So each container, so some of it goes not pressed. It comes straight off the field and goes into the container. It could be like 12 metric tons. And then for the pressed hay, it goes, anywhere from 23, 25 metric tons in each container.
In each container.
Yep. And we ship, thousands.
Thousands of containers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hay.
Yeah, it's a lot of hay.
Okay, so is your customer the end user? Is it like the farmer, or are you distributing to like feed stores like Todd?
It's not feed stores directly. If it goes like to the racehorse industry, we're selling, they're distributing it over there as well. So it's not going necessarily direct to the customer over there. Yeah.
So I know nothing about hay.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between, let's say, racehorse quality hay and just like your lawn clippings?
It's all in the proteins, the analysis that you get off of each core sample off of a bale of hay is also a factor in how they buy their hay. So,
really?
Yeah, protein levels, there's RFE levels and different nitrate levels that they all take into consideration when they're buying the hay. Now, they also have texture. So, like on a Timothy hay head, it could be large or it could be small. Some horses are pickier than others, and they want them a certain way, or they want the stem to be coarser or softer. There's all sorts of different things. We have customers that come over and inspect the hay. They look at it, they smell it, they touch it, they bend it, they break it, and they even taste it.
Really?
Yeah.
So we used to have goats at my parents' house, and when we would pick the hay right out of the field, sometimes we would be like, it smells so good, I feel like I just eat it.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the quality, so highest quality, which is racehorse hay, or
Yes.
lowest quality, does it come down to how it's harvested? Because you're saying that the length and the protein, or does it come down to the region? Is it more climate?
Yeah, so our climate in Ellensburg and in the Columbia Basin, which is east of us, it's the perfect climate for the growing conditions for the horse Timothy that goes overseas. Also horse alfalfa, same thing. So we also ship a lot of alfalfa. And then for alfalfa, it's based off of color and leaf retention, and the test is really important. And so the lower quality alfalfas will more be sent for dairies and and for cattle. And
so is alfalfa a type of hay, or is hay? Because when I hear hay, I just think of just grass. How many different kinds of hay are there?
There's a lot of kinds of hay, and this goes all up and down the West Coast. I mean, there's Sudan grass, there's Bermuda, there's grass straws, there's Timothy alfalfa. Those are our main commodities. But yeah, there's orchard grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the main hay? When people think of hay, what is it? Probably Timothy
so that's
hay.
like your grass growing in your yard.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. Got
It's
it.
a little bit different variety, but it's basically the same.
Awesome.
Which alfalfa is not.
Okay.
Like that.
It's not. All right. All right. Well, thank you, Christy. All right. So now I'm going to spend the next part of the show talking to Terry. So tell me about your business again, and what's the name of your business, and what's the history of it?
Sure. Well, the overall name is Friesen Group of Companies. So we have several businesses. One of them are farms. So we own several poultry farms, from egg layers to broiler chicken, meat birds. We even have a breeder farm where we produce eggs that are hatched. And we have a hatchery, so we hatch layer chicks. And then we've got a farm supply store in our local region and 3 feed mills. Wow. 2 of them doing bulk feed, and one of them is more vitamin mineral mix. That would be like your multivitamin.
Wow. So you're busy.
Yeah, and there's a big team of people.
Yeah.
That run all the businesses for sure.
Okay. So what's the history of, like, who started the businesses? Did you start this business and it just hit off,
No.
or is it in your family?
Yeah, it's in my family. So the business started in 1953 by Jake Friesen, which would be my uncle. And my dad was actually a partner for a number of years, is no longer there. I just currently work with them. But it's a family-owned business still. It's now in the 2nd generation. And so it started out as farming and feed, and just grew, expanded over time. Family's always been passionate about agriculture.
Wow. So what part of the business started first? Because it sounds like you have all these different enterprises going on.
It's actually an interesting story because it started as the farm side. So a few hens laying eggs, and then my uncle, Jake, of course, who started the feed side, he would drive an hour every day to go pick up bags of feed and bring it back to the farms. And then other farmers would say, hey, can you bring me some bags? So we started selling bag feed by just bringing it back and forth in a 53 Ford red pickup. And then in 1964, that older mill an hour away burnt down. And so they rebuilt Clearbrook Grain and Milling, which is our main mill facility where it currently is. And then they brought in about 12 other partners because it was a pretty big undertaking. And so then the farms just grew from there, more farms, more mills. Yeah, there seems to always be opportunity in agriculture. If you keep plugging away, there's another opportunity around the corner.
What kind of opportunities are you thinking?
Well, right now on the premix side, Nature's Pride Nutrition, and that's actually the label we're bagging for Alaska Farm Supply. So out of there, we actually sell premixes to pet food companies, fish food companies, other feed mills. We supply like Free Choice, mineral for beef cows, just about anything you can imagine, really.
Yeah. So what's the process when it comes to bagging up the feed? Are you buying the raw materials directly from farmers in the area, or what is this? What is the process?
Okay. Well, for us, first of all, we start with the feed making side of it. So we source ingredients all across the Canadian prairies down into the Midwest in the U.S. We pull a lot of corn up, a lot of soy up from that area. Comes in. We bring in all the raw ingredients, mostly by rail car, some by truck. We unload them in our facilities. We store them. We have enough product for several weeks at a time. And then we have trained nutritionists that know what it is, that the kind of feed that we want to make. Let's say if we want a layer feed, well, they know what the birds are, how to formulate that. And then we have automated systems that pull the ingredients into a central mixer. We mix it and then send it to a loadout, which then goes into a large tote bag and then goes to our bagging facility. And then we bag the feed, put it on a pallet, and ship it up.
And send it to Todd.
Yeah.
So what sort of products are you sending to Todd that are more Alaska specific?
Wow, there's quite a few. So, of course, we've got the layers and some meat birds, which are broilers, but we even are now making reindeer feed.
Reindeer feed.
Much to my surprise. Yeah, we wouldn't have thought of that a few years ago.
What's different about reindeer feed versus like feed for goats or cows?
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good question. Unfortunately, I can't fully answer it. I'm not a nutritionist.
Okay.
I'm more on the business side of the company. But yeah, we have nutritionists that know the different requirements of each animal.
Wow, that's amazing. You supply all these feeds at Todd's. Is there any other suppliers here in Alaska that you guys are distributing to?
No, actually, it's interesting because most of our business is local, regional to where our facilities are. And Todd introduced himself to us about 2 years ago. And our history is bagged feed. Like I mentioned, we started out with that, but we haven't done it for a number of years. And this was the open door to get back into the bagged feed side. So Todd is our only buyer of bagged feed right now. The formulas we're making are specifically for him and for the market here. Mm-hmm. And so far, it sounds like they've been very successful. We'll probably branch out to other people, probably not in Alaska, but other regions afterwards.
That's awesome. Is this the first time you guys have been in Alaska, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you guys think so far?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Even now in January, it's a little bit chilly. The weather's been a little wacky, but yeah, it's pretty. So you guys, what is your guys' role at the Farm and Garden Show? Why did Todd bring you guys up here?
For us, we're just introducing our products through Alaska Farm Supply. So we'll just be putting our name out there so that his customers know that we're, a trusted brand that they can get good quality hay from, and just representing our company, I guess, is why we're here.
Yeah, I would say very similar for us. We want to be accessible for customers that have questions about our process. And I think that's the main thing, is we have a very solid process of how we procure ingredients, how we mix it, how we ensure the quality of the product time after time. So just hearing that from us versus, Todd telling someone, I think will make a difference. And then Sunday morning, myself and my colleague Maritz will be giving a short talk at the show.
Oh, what are you going to be talking about?
I'll be talking more at a general level about feed ingredients and how we procure ingredients and ensure that quality control. And Maritz is more of our specialist on the vitamin mineral side. So he'll talk about some of the specific micronutrients that go into the feed.
So let's say that there's an Alaskan hobby farmer that walks up to you guys and they ask, why should we buy your hay rather than local hay in Alaska or hay from some other supplier? What would you say is special about your hay?
we know our company has been known, for almost 100 years as providing some of the top quality hay all across the world. And I just think that they should know that, that whatever they're going to get is going to be the best thing that their animal can have. So, yeah.
Cool. What about you, Terry?
Well, with us, we, just because of our longevity in the industries we're involved in, we have connections around the globe with all the different genetics for different breeds of animals, different feed technologies, and the latest nutrition. And so we're fortunate that we have those contacts within for many years, actually. So we pull on those. And by doing that in our local region through the markers that our industry uses, we've been leading in many of the segments in terms of best bird health and performance. And so we like to think of a healthy animal is a productive animal. And so rather than working on treating disease and things, we're actually focusing on how do we improve the health of the animal so that they can thrive. And that's been a major part of our research the last 10 years. And it's proving itself because the results are there.
All right. Well, Christi, do you have any final remarks for our listeners here in Alaska?
I don't think so. We're just excited to be here and learn about the agriculture industry in Alaska. I don't know too much about it. Yeah, it's really exciting to be here and excited to meet people and, in the industry Saturday at the Farmer Garden Show. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Terry? Any final remarks?
Sure. I think for us, we're in the most intensive agriculture region in all of Canada, the small area that we're in. And what we see is local farmers researching what grows and what's profitable in their area and then expanding. And that's how we've become the most intensive agriculture area. So I believe the same potential is here for Alaska. Yeah. So we're hoping that livestock producers that we help supply will be successful and want to expand and grow their farm business. But I'm excited to see what other opportunities are here for the local producers.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I look forward to talking to you guys further at the Farm and Garden Show, and I hope everybody that's listening gets to go too. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
All right.
Absolutely.
And thank you everybody for listening to Ag Matters. Talk to you guys later.
This episode of Ag Matters was recorded prior to the Alaska Farm and Garden Show earlier this year. Thank you for listening.
You've been listening to Ag Matters, covering positive agriculture stories from across Alaska. Ag Matters is a production of Radio Free Palmer, recorded at our studios in Palmer, Alaska. For more information about this program, email manager@radiofreepalmer.org.